Hello, Iman Barbara here, and today is my practicing skill. I make this video every. I try to make this video every single day so that I can really like track my progress in speaking the English language, and then I come across this very good video talking about the input learning from massive input. So let's take a look at this video. This is a man. This man is from Australia, as we can see here. So he is an Australia, and he says that he responded to Christian from the Kangaroo English here. No, not this. Myth input from Kangaroo. So Christian make a video
There used to be a time
talking about
when I would every now and then bring donuts to the office for my teammates because I thought anyone.
okay. So he made a video about how doing lots of massive input is a myth, and then he I don't know what his name is. He confronted, and then he said that Kangaroo English was wrong, and I tried to learn from his point of view by saying that Christian from the Kangaroo English is wrong, and I really like what I do really like what he explained in this video. He kind of like explained it in really detail, and then he kind of like he make an analogy of learning a piece of music. He said it in this video. He talked about playing the Beethoven because I think he's a pianist, and when he was 15 he tried to play the Beethoven sonata. I don't know the exact piece that he was trying to play, and then the first thing, because I'm also a musician, I play drums, and I can connect with what he said, what he explained in this video, because you know what, when I try to learn drums, I remember I need to really like try to input lots of music. I need to listen to a lot of music in order for me to I have some guidance what I need to play when so that my playing is not become kind of like stiff, or doesn't kind of like can fit the music well. It's in this sense, in the language sense, it means that if you're going through lots of massive input, like listening to lots of podcasts, watching lots of YouTube in English, and also like watching lots of movies, and reading, listening, and all that kind of stuff, things that is things that is from native speakers. And then if you can really like consume that for a long time in a massive, really kind of like massive, it will kind of like guide you to have a sense of correcting yourself. It is really like when you are in music, when I was in music, or when I was practicing the drums, I remembered there was a time when I play rock drums, and lots of people, when they say lots of people, they say that I just only play rocks. I can play other style of music. There was once a band, they want to invite me as their drummer to play jazz, and one of the member of the band is kind of like said to the member, Iman always like play rock. He cannot play jazz. And then it got me thinking, man. And then at that moment, I was trying hard to really like, oh, I need to learn how to play jazz. And you know what? I just jump into the jazz song and try to play. Although I can play it, but you know what? The sound, the feel, the what I try to come up my drum part to that kind of to that jazz tune is really not that kind of jazz. It's kind of like that kind of rock, because I listen to a lot of rock, and then I start to listen, to do some inputting to my brain, lots of listening jazz music, so that I will know how to do some feel in the jazz, how to really like react. And you know what? Inputting like that is really, really, really important for a musician. And so that I will know how to react, how to respond in certain tunes, in this certain kind of like transition, and then how to really like play a drum beat, play drum beats for that kind of tune, for playing a drum beat for that kind of tune, playing the drum fill for that kind of tune, and then you can really like fit in very well. That's the importance of inputting, lots of massive inputting. When you're doing a lot of massive inputting, it doesn't mean that you stop practicing. So it really like got me thinking, oh man, I once kind of like thinking, oh, I should just put a lot of input. I should just put a lot of input, and then I can really like. Right now, I'm learning Japanese, and I got stuck for like, I don't know, 5 years. I was trying to learn Japanese from learning the grammar, kind of like from learning the grammar book, and then to this point, to this day, I still can hold a conversation in Japanese. That's crazy, right? Considering that I have spent 5 years learning Japanese, but still I cannot hold a conversation in Japanese, because I start learning through like structure. I don't know how to. He said something that like there are three kind of learning, that there are three kind of learning. One of them is like I forgot, man. And then you know what, he said something like that. I kind of like thinking, oh, so a massive input does not mean you have to stop practicing. Massive input is really essential to give you like intuition. If you kind of like need to, if you want to have like a native English speaker that want to correct you all the time, it is hard to have that kind of a person that want to correct you all the time, except that you pay them, right? If you don't have the money to pay them, and then massive input is gonna be like the best thing that you can do. You have to like consume a lot of input, comprehensible input, a lot of input that you understand, and also like compelling input, so that you don't get bored when you consume all that kind of material. And then the more you do, it needs to be massive. In my opinion, it happened also in my English journey, to be in my fluency journey in English. I put a lot of input, and then all of a sudden I can really like speak. But at that point, that's why I'm doing the English practicing skill right now, just to practice my speaking skill, just to practice my English speaking skill, so it will get better and better and better and better. Once you kind of like thinking about, you need to just to put a lot of input into your brain, you still need to practice, you know. You still need to practice to kind of like to fine tuning all of this. If you really want to be good in speaking, you need to practice speaking, but do not just put aside that kind of massive input. You still need that massive input to really like if you put a lot of input into your brain and long enough. I remember I listened to a lot of podcasts, but I listened to it repetitively over and over and over again until one day I kind of like I remember, you know, after this person is going to say this. After the sentence, this person is going this. How do you know that? How do you know that? Do you remember all of his sentence? All of his saying? No, I don't remember all of his saying because I listen it a lot. I listen it massively. That's why it becomes to kind of like I remember it without ever have to try to remember. So I think because it is already 10 minutes, it is okay for now to I will just keep it right here. And then I'm going to be talking to you soon about this. It really like, it dawned on me that I still need to practice. I still to also I also need to massively practice. Massive input and massive practice will get you to fluency with a very high level of English. You know, that's only the way, you know. Massive input, massive practice. If you just only like massive input without doing the massive practicing on the skills that you want to develop, you're doing the massive input, but you're not doing lots of massive writing, for example, or massive speaking. I think you will not get to that very good level. So I think that's all for now, and I talk to you soon, and bye now.